In 1943, after the German occupation of the then Polish city, known as Lvov in Polish or Lemberg in German, the Jews who accounted for more than a third of the total city population of 320,000 began to be confined to a smaller and smaller ghetto area. Ignaz Shiger, the father of the family, realizing that the ghetto was about to be liquidated, decided that he had to save his family at all costs. In planning their options, the parents spoke to each other in Yiddish so that the Polish-speaking children couldn't understand. After considering the options, the father of the family decided that the best place for them was underground, namely the sewers. He, his wife, the 2 children, and a few friends, 12 altogether, descended into the darkness, carrying a bare minimum of items and valuables, including a green sweater that had been knitted for Sniezna by her aunt.
Before the war, my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, she used to knit things for me. And she knitted this sweater, and I like it. I was wearing this very often. And then when we had to move to the sewer, move to the ghetto, my mother put on me the sweater because I wanted. And then the sweater went with me to the sewer. I was wearing this sweater in the sewer. Then when we came out and I took this sweater and I kept, nice at home. And my son both were sitting at the dinner, and I showed them the sweater. And the first thing what they said, "Mom, you were so little." And they said to me, the best thing is you give it, donate to the museum. And I donate the sweater to the Jewish Museum in Washington. This is where it is.
It is in the sewer where the family met the local sewer maintenance supervisor, Leopold Sosha. Sosha had been a small-time criminal and thief, and at the beginning, he evidently saw an easy way to make some money. He brought the group food and clothing, and especially water, which had to be fetched from one of the available sources of drinking water in the area. Eventually, the money ran out, and Sniezna's mother was deputed to inform Sosha that there was no more. "Do what you like with us," she said.
When we went to the sewer, my brother was 3 years old. He was sitting there 14 months. When we emerged, he started to cry and said to my mother, "Mom, let's go back. Let's go back." He wanted to go back because he forgot like the world looked like. This is where we went out from the sewer. This is where we emerged. Yeah, it was, organized by Socha, who said that the children should emerge first, then the women and the men, and the last supposed to emerge my father, who is the captain of the ship. And this way how we emerged. It was very difficult for us because we couldn't see, because we were sitting 14 months without light or little bit of the light. And when we came out and the sun was shining, we were like, we saw everything in red light, orange red. You couldn't make difference, clear difference between people and the area around. But after a while, slowly it came back.
Did you keep the Jewish calendar? Do you have any ability to celebrate Jewish festivals?
We have, my mother used to lit candles every Friday night. Socha used to bring her candle and she was lighting the candles. And we knew when the holidays, we knew it. Yes. And we had Socha was bringing newspaper. I mean, we knew what's going on, especially my father, who was very much engaged in the movement of the Soviet army, because he knew that the faster they will come, the quicker we will leave.
Only a week after the liberation by the Soviet army did Sosha allow them to emerge, fearing that the Germans might retake the city. When the time finally came, Sosha said that the children should go out first, followed by the women, and then the men, finally the father of the family.
I don't have such a nice memory of Ukrainian. Ukrainians always were very anti-Semitic, and they did pogroms. They were killing Jews before the war. They were terrible during the war, worse than Germans. And how they are now, I don't know, but I doubt that if they are good. The thing that I went through, it leaves a mark, because the memories are coming back, and sometimes I have dreams. And it is always in my head. It's registered like in the computer.